Boom, and welcome to another episode of Nobody Watching. I love space, not just the space around me, my personal space, and the space beyond my personal space, which is very much like my personal space, but bigger, with the same limited number of people requirement applied. But also the space that holds the fascination of the ages, outer space, the stars, the planets, the black holes, the nebulas, the cosmos, all of it. I'm sad to say that for as interested as I am in it, I don't know much about it as I probably should or want to. Seeing as it's always there, I harbor the false notion that respectively I have all the time in the world to explore it. Of course, I don't. None of us do. I define myself as an active observer, but a casual student of the vast thing that is outer space. That said, I'm conflicted in a way because being the curious soul that I am, I wholeheartedly believe that we should be actively exploring the universe to see what it can teach us and how we can apply what we learn to advancing our species. After all, that is why we are here. However, and here is where the contradiction kicks in, while it seems the interest is currently high, I have fairly grave concerns about our objectives, our processes, our assumptions, our practices, and so on. There is reason to be weary of our festering preoccupation with extraterrestrial life and exploring other planets. As much as I'm pro-exploration from a science-focused curiosity standpoint, I'm less enthused when we look at it through our humanity lens. For being humans for as long as I can remember, our history indicates that we kind of suck at mastering our humanity. I mean, clearly, we are not ready for the awesome responsibility that comes with encountering something or someone from far, far away. We can barely keep the peace between the beings that we have lived with eternally on our own planet, or to show a modicum of care for the very planet itself that we currently inhabit. As I noted, it seems we have a two-pronged approach to our exploration. We are jonesing to find other life out there, and we really want to get to Mars. Let's break it down. The U.S. military recently released previously classified photos and films related to UFO sightings. The official explanation that came with the images was something along the lines of, "We understand there are things out there, we just don't know exactly what they are. Right now, they are mostly oddly shaped, blurry images of things doing stuff. Yay, military intelligence. Yay, science." Still, the release of this information seems to have thrown some gas on the fire, that is, the thinking that maybe we are not alone, and that intelligent life is out there just waiting for an invite to the next big family get-together. Awesome prospect from a space exploration perspective, less hopeful prospect from the "this could be a golden moment for humanity to shine" perspective, for should that encounter with space beings take place, you can almost count on the idea that 50% of us will want to make them pets, 50% of us will want to kill them, 50% will try to mate with them, and the remaining 50% probably just won't care, thinking it's a hoax or whatever they are told to believe based on whatever TV station they find themselves glued to when it happens. It could be argued that encountering a space alien alone would be such a monumental event that our natural impulses for bigotry, protectionism, ignorance, exploitation, and so on would just melt away, and we would automatically become our loftier selves, the very gracious, earthly host we were meant to be. Yep, I can see that. That's one side. The flip side of our space exploration plan is the very odd obsession with spending a ton of resources trying to get to and possibly inhabiting another planet, the current target being Mars. You don't have to know a lot about Mars to know that it's a hot, dry, dusty ball of not much that we know of. Again, I'm not saying it's not incredibly interesting, but why are we so jacked about getting there? If we wait a little longer, we'll have our own hot, arid dust ball of a wasted planet right here. Maybe it's because as far as hot, dry, and dusty, Mars is done and Earth still has a way to go. Maybe it's the challenge of taming the wild, untamed planet that we claim for our own. But we have a lot of things here we could tame. We just can't seem to agree on what it is or how to do it. But Earth is all ours. It's a fascinating notion to think we can get to Mars and could possibly establish an earthly representation there. But to what end? Another Starbucks? But on Mars? And if there are other forms of intelligent life out there, maybe we only have limited amount of information to go by because they get close, realize what's going on down here, and quickly escape with a huge sigh of relief. That is real intelligence. Rule 1. Don't go someplace where they might want to open you up to see how you work. I wonder if the fascination instead covers a sense of desperation we have because we have not been able to figure out our stuff for ourselves yet. Maybe we see other planets and extraterrestrials as the ones who can provide us with the answers we need to get ourselves unstuck. Advanced mechanical and propulsion technology, advanced medical practices, advanced everything. For knowing very little, we give these beings an awful lot of credit for being advanced. And I suppose that's fair. Like humans, you could guess that a dopey, lazy alien is not likely to get much done, so only the cream of the crop must be zooming around in our airspace. There's also the notion that aliens don't give a crap who or what we are, and we are not worthy of their attention. Or they are sizing us up to remake their own planet or find a space for their own version of Starbucks. Remember, they could be very mean and not like us at all. And when we head out there, I think the simplest thing would be evidence enough to answer a lot of questions, at least to let us know how much more we should dig into our explorations. Every time we land a very expensive yet wonderful piece of tech somewhere, I'm always hoping they'll find some kind of candy wrapper sticking out of the dirt. A simple, understated expression to note that we're not alone. Of course we're not alone. We've never been alone. You want to meet strange and interesting beings and learn about their cultures? Step outside and get at it. All you need is an open mind, a little humility, and some humanity. Done. Your results will be much greater than waiting on something to come from space. And we'll see you next time.